In episode 142, I'm going to talk about Satan is aware of the power of prayer. But through evil temptations, he managed to get Christians to pray selfishly. Selfish traits step on righteousness and cause mankind to only pay attention to what is pleasant and ignore the rest, all with the mindset, bad things can't happen to me. But bad things can happen to anyone. It is important to recognize the signs and give credence to the warnings. In the early days of mankind, a great flood cleansed the earth, eliminating the evil man, leaving only Noah, his wife, and 3 children and 3 boys with their families. Their job was to repopulate. Now, Noah preached of the flood to the people of his time, but they ignored his warnings and continued with their wicked ways. And that, of course, led to their destruction. It took anywhere from 50 to 120 years to build the ark. Keep in mind, Noah lived to be 950 years old. They lived a tad older than we do today. But that gave Noah time to warn all about the up and coming flood. For at the very minimum 50 years, people were warned, and they ignored. Genesis 7:17 tells us the rain lasted for 40 days and prevailed on the earth for 150 days. That's a lot of time cooped up. But then the Bible makes a prediction in 2 Peter 3. The heavens will disappear with a roar. The elements will be destroyed by fire, and the earth and everything done in it will be laid bare. When Peter says the heavens, he's not referring to the physical heaven above where God is located. But today, are we not getting warning signs? September 2024, a hurricane caused great floods in the mountains of western Carolina and eastern Tennessee, wiping out communities. A few months down the road, January 2025, wildfires ravaged Los Angeles, wiping out communities. Calamities have hit both Eastern America and Western America just recently. And was it by chance that the flood came before the fire? I don't believe that. Was this a warning from God? I believe that. Mankind needs to get its head out of the sand and don't think it can't happen to you. People from the floods and the fires, they're trying to rebuild their materialistic things, but have they given any thought in regards to building a better relationship with God? Now, Joanne and I never thought that the evil courts could purposely keep us separated, but they have. Once again, I'll bring up something that's been written by a few people, and I wasn't one of them. I'd like to take credit for it. but I'm living it. But this is fact, not fiction. The exploitation of elders is often considered the most rewarding for perpetrators because older adults frequently have accumulated significant wealth over their lifetime. Making them a prime target for financial abuse, especially when it comes to the vulnerable, like dementia or social isolation. This has been proven to make them more susceptible to manipulation and less likely to report exploitation. This is generally initiated by a loved one and taken over by evil attorneys who are protected by evil judges. And in the case of Joanne Kemper, who is a dementia patient, it was started by her daughter, Carla Mauger. Attorneys Grant Brower, Jim Sinescu, Rachel Brooks, Karen Mankin, Charles Isley. Judge Nancy Ritzinas, Commissioner Jill Sasser, plus court visitors Lisa Rasmussen and Joe Waddell. Last and most damaging is the reckless acts of the guardian, court-appointed guardian, Stacy Bollinger. All of the names were instrumental in Joanne now living in a unlawful imprisonment. We're identifying the evil people and pray that it will be corrected and history doesn't repeat itself. Clark County, Washington judicial system, and many other kangaroo courts currently operating in this country should know that evil will have its day of reckoning. It may come from the new ruler in 2025, but it assuredly will come from Jesus. A tragedy is a test by God, which should also serve as a lesson. When a house is lost because of a calamity, do you rebuild the house first or the temple? The house is temporary. But in Revelations 21:22, Jesus is the temple of the new Jerusalem in heaven. So it's about time you get yourself in order before it's too late. And there will be a final verdict. Take heed, y'all.
The forbidden fruit is where it all began. Just one law to test the fate of man. Then one sin led to another, and Cain killed his only brother. So it came to be the first male born became the first one scorned. Nero played the fiddle as he burned Rome. then punished the poor Christians he blamed it on. He put to death his mother, one wife and then another. Then came his last grievous sin, when he killed himself in the end. We all face the final verdict, come what may. Believe me, it'll come Judgment Day. Will your spirit be set free, or bound eternally? Guess we'll have to wait and see the final verdict. Throughout mankind, evil's always been. Only one man ever born was without sin. Follow him, you'll change your fate. Turn from sin, it's not too late. If you don't believe, he'll judge you and me. Read chapter 3, 2 Timothy. We all face the final verdict, come what may. Believe me, it'll come Judgment Day. Will your spirit be set free, or bound eternally? Guess we'll have to wait and see the final verdict. Will your spirit be set free, or bound eternally? Guess we'll have to wait and see the final verdict.